Hey, welcome back. We hope you're enjoying the long, hot days of summer. It's a perfect time to relax, unwind, and if you're lucky, take a long vacation to an exotic locale.
That sounds delicious. I, for one, am ready for a long vacation to an exotic locale. What do you have in mind?
I don't know, maybe India? Fiji?
Fiji would be awesome. Never been there.
I haven't either. Maybe we can go together.
Yeah.
How about Argentina?
Argentina. I've always wanted to learn how to tango.
Tango? But you know it's winter there.
Ah, yeah. All right, let's keep thinking
Snowboard?
on that one. Nah, I don't know if I want to do that in the summertime.
No. Okay.
Well, if you haven't sorted out your summer holidays just yet, don't worry. We've got some fun ideas that just might inspire your next travel destination, like Italy. Coming up, we're taking you on a tour of the Italian countryside with a stay at a repurposed monastery in Umbria, built specifically for solo travelers.
And don't bring your cell phone. This place is totally off the grid. And if you're looking for some city excitement, but you don't have a lot of time to get away, we'll show you how much fun even one night in your favorite town can be with a 24-hour visit to Rome for a street festival, some dancing, and the best raw vegan ice cream in the world.
And if you're ready to show off that beach bod you've been working out for all spring long, now is the time with some exotic swimwear looks from Rosina Mae. But don't touch, it's too hot to handle.
And to cool you down, I'll show you how to make my favorite summer chili recipe. Gazpacho's got nothing on this, with nothing but the summer's freshest ingredients. It's all coming up right here, right now, on Conscious Living.
I've always been drawn to the monastic life, the simplicity, the connection to nature, and a chance to commune with spirit as a full-time job. But living like a monastic in our modern world seems impractical at best. However, one unique hotel in the vast foothills of Umbria, Italy, is making the monastic life accessible to solo travelers around the world.
This place I call Land of Spirituality because here is born the first monk in the Western world is San Benedetto, and then San Francesco and everyone. So in Italy, Umbria, it's really a land of spirituality. So when I decided to make a secular monastery, contemporary monastery, we are not monk. I said I want to go to Umbria to try to do this new format. In Italy we have a 500 monastery with monk and friars, so if people need this, just go, because there is many. But I didn't focus in this. I more was focused for place for everyone. Just people that want to be as in a monastery, but maybe not forced to be religion. So I think this is the thing unusual. You are in a hotel, but it's not in a hotel. It's a monastery, but it's not a monastery. So I think this was a balance of everything. Because if you put too much spirituality, it doesn't work. If you put nothing, because it's an hotel. The amenity we try to do less is possible. So we have no frigo bar, we have no TV, no air condition, nothing. So we don't give Wi-Fi. That is digital detox. And we are unplugged. We said eremito in the middle of nowhere, you know? We don't have address. You see where we are. This is 3,000 acres of natural reserve. There was nothing because all the stone was fall down. So I just rebuilt the old one. So from zero, the stone is the same of 100 years ago. It was also good to rebuild with a new technique. So we save energy. We have a solar system, photovoltaic, we have biomass. So this is possible only now, because in the past, if you are in an eremit, you are eremit. No one can talk with you or can send an email. So it's just a new way to be eremit. You know? You can live here, but we are in the world. But I hope there is the spirit of the essential, that you have maybe everything. So we have now the smallest room, maybe you see, that normally there is not in the hotel. But we think that a small place, if it's done with special love, passion, can be enough for one person. But you see, less technology during the day means that you can talk, walk, read, you know. And these things maybe you can do better without many distractions. Normally people, the solo traveler, it's people that want really be alone, to relax, to talk, to think what's next. So it's in this kind of the moment of the society, many people have many questions. You know? And when you have to decide something, you must be alone. You cannot be with your wife or with your friends. And so I said, okay, I will try to do an hotel for this inspiration. Most of the idea here, it comes from a monastic tradition. No? I've been in different monasteries, live with a monk, try to take some tip. There is some kind of religious that is vegetarian. So we took the recipe of that old way to make food, and we see that our recipe is from the monastic recipe. So we took all the line of vegetarian, like Trappisti or whatever. And so for us it's easy, because we don't need cow to grow, but we need just broccoli. It's more easy, you know. So you see the garden is full of organic. Sometimes it's difficult because there is many wild boar that eat everything. So sometimes we are not so peaceful, but we try to go both, you know, to do some from them, also for us. Also, we have many people not vegetarian that come, so it's also a nice thing to spread out.
And with ancient-inspired steam rooms, a jacuzzi, massage, vast stretches of hiking trails, and even group activities like making rosehip jam. This one-of-a-kind design hotel is a luxury retreat, but silence and solitude are its greatest gifts.
You can arrive only by jeep here, and it was also this another way to cut from the regular normal life. In a short time you enter in a big isolation, and so this is why only special people that need isolation come. If you want, you are alone, but if you want, you can be together. You have, you feel home, you feel safe. So this is also one thing that is good for the solo traveler. We do a silent dinner too. A silent dinner is a moment that we like to be relaxed. Some people meditate, some people taste the food, some people just enjoy the atmosphere. And so it's just some time, because we think we can take many words, so sometimes if we just shut up, it's good. In Umbria, it's really history here. And so to do a secular monastery for everyone, not religious, I think in Umbria we have to do a chapel to respect San Francesco. But in the meantime, we have yoga. So we can do yoga, and we have a small spa, relax area, and so it's possible to refresh the soul and the body. So I think here everyone, they need peace. The nature in any moment of the life of the man was always necessary to think what you really deep things you need. So here we are full of nature. We have Gregorian chant outside for the first time. Gregorian chant outside the church. That is beautiful music. Is divine music, and so it's harmony. So I think this is the silence. This is element to spend maybe a few days in peace by your own. It took 4 years to build this. Very complicated. I put more than 128,000 stone. So I just want to relax now. It was hard to do it. Now I want to enjoy. Now it's like a baby, you know? It's too many things to do. So I think it's good to be quiet for a couple of years and then we will see. But for now, I'm really happy to don't do nothing.
After spending a relaxing week off the grid in Umbria, Italy, practicing yoga in the silence of a converted monastery, all without Wi-Fi, before heading back to the States, we decided to treat ourselves to a bustling Saturday night in Rome. Instead of spending our time in the usual tourist traps we've all seen before, our yoga instructor, Federico, told us to head to Rome's bohemian Monti neighborhood for some classic Roman nightlife. After the sun goes down, the streets transform into a virtual mecca for music, dance, and unbeatable people watching. The energy on the streets of Rome was so contagious, it inspired me to get my groove on. Several hours of fun and frolic later, we met up with Federico for the highlight of the night, a raw vegan dessert extravaganza at Gelateria Grezzo. That's right, players. Raw vegan gelato. At Grezzo, the decadence only begins with gelato. They also serve delicious raw vegan tiramisu, custards, pies, and their world-famous truffles that literally melt in your mouth. Roma, I think I love you. And yeah, it was good to be back on the grid. Instagram, post.
You look awesome. Rosina Mae is a young contemporary women's wear line. The inspiration this year, it's got a very nerdy chic vibe. She's a girl that's, up for adventure. She loves challenges. She's very curious, and she's, really knows the world. And I just feel like there's so much fabric in the world that's, already out there. So I love going to thrift stores and just, getting that fabric and using a little bit of that fabric incorporated into my line. I'm actually making the straps for the swimsuits right now. First, we'll cut strips of various fabric, and then I normally use my trusty loop turner to turn them inside out. Yep, so there we go. Some straps. We're going to be seeing recycled swimwear, a lot of bright colors. We have a lot of newspaper print incorporated into the line as well. Basically, I was noticing, all the bookstores and everything are going out of business. It's kind of sad, actually. We're getting into this more virtual age where technology really rules. I think that we really need to embrace solitude. It's so awesome. I love it. That's cool. Maybe put your hand on the hip. You can make a little bit of a difference in the world if you just kind of think outside the box. I think eco-fashion can definitely be sexy. I mean, just take a look at the models in my clothes.
So we all love eating in the summer, but nobody likes to run the oven. So we've got a great solution today. It's a raw vegan chili. It's really unexpected. I mean, if you like gazpacho, it's nice, it's refreshing, lots of bold flavors. But this is a chili, so it's even more unexpected. It's really nice, a lot of spice. I think you're really going to like it. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to start with, we're going to use our trusty blender here, okay? So we're just going to start with a couple cups of coconut water. And I love my Omega blender. I know a lot of people say Vitamix, but this is great. I don't have to use a plunger. It's got this setting, so I never have to use it. Okay, so a couple cups of coconut water. Then we're going to add to that a half a cup of olive oil. And that's going to be the base, okay? And then to that, we're going to add 5 cups of tomatoes, organic tomatoes. I've got a mix here of just regular tomatoes, and I also have some heirloom tomatoes, which are great because they add both some sourness to the mix. There's a lot of different flavors and some sweetness to it, so it's really, really nice for this recipe. Then we're going to add 1 bell pepper, okay, just roughly cut bell pepper because obviously everything's going in here and is going to get blended up. I've got 1 small red onion. Red onions are nice for this recipe. I suppose you could use white, but don't. Don't do that. And then we're going to add to it, what we're going to do is add the stems of our cilantro. Now cilantro usually has, most people use the tops of it. We are going to use the tops, but what we're going to do is we're going to cut off the tops, and we're going to add those later once we've done our initial base. And so right now we're just going to add the stems of the cilantro to our mix. And then the last thing we're going to add is our sun-dried tomatoes. And I've got a habanero pepper. And so I'm going to add just about a quarter of a habanero pepper, add a little bit of heat to it. We don't want to get, I've got 1 seed in there. We don't want to get too many seeds in there because that's where the heat really kicks up. And then we're going to add our sun-dried tomatoes. First thing I'm going to do is just blend it up a little bit, get some action, and then I'll add these sun-dried tomatoes. Okay, so we're going to add our cup of sun-dried tomatoes. And these are delicious. And this is going to be the base for this chili, okay? Okay, we want to get it fairly well mixed. So that'll be the base to our chili. And what we're going to do is we're going to pour that in our, I've got a trusty little extra large Pyrex dish. And so then to this, we're going to add the remainder of our ingredients. Okay, so we've got our base happening. And so the remainder of our ingredients are going to be as follows. We're going to add some avocado. I'd say about, depending on how much you like avocado, if you love avocado, you could add up to 2 avocados. I think I'll probably do about 1.5 here. And the purpose, as you know, of eating raw is why? Because we want to preserve those enzymes, okay? We want that life force, that pure life force that is creation. We want to suck that down, and we want to eat that on a daily basis. Because guess what? If we're eating life force, we're going to feel the life force. We're going to feel better. We're going to be happier. We're going to be more vibrant. We're going to have a better relationship with those that we love, okay? And we're going to make it work that way. So then we're going to scoop out our avocado. So we got our little avocado here. Okay. I think we'll just stick maybe with 1 avocado. I think that should probably do the trick. And then we're going to give it just a rough chop here to our cilantro. And this is going to adding these ingredients after we've had our base is really going to add some nice texture to the recipe, and it's really going to make these flavors pop. Okay, so we're going to mix this up. The next thing we're going to add is we're going to add our spices. So this is really key. We have about a teaspoon of salt. Okay, we've got about 2 teaspoons of cumin, which is essential. And then we've got 1 tablespoon or a little over a tablespoon of organic chili powder. Okay, I like Frontier chili powder, is delicious, but really any kind of chili powder that you like you can use. And then we're just going to mix this up. And this is where chili powder is where we get our chili taste, right? And obviously all of these other ingredients. Okay, you've got that little bit of heat from the habanero pepper. Okay. So then the next thing we're going to do is add our green onions. We've got 1 full bunch of green onions. Drop those in. Give that a little stir. And look how easy this is. I mean, it doesn't take, what? It takes maybe 5-10 minutes. Okay, do a little prep. Nobody's getting hot, no ovens going on. It's easy, it's fresh. And guests really love this. It's so unexpected, the chili flavor. You're thinking, okay, maybe a gazpacho. But the chili flavor really throws them for a loop. It's fun to see their faces and then ask for more. Okay, so I believe one of the greatest crimes against humanity of all time has been cooking fresh corn. It's such a travesty. My favorite part of summer is fresh corn. It is so good and so delicious right off of the cob. You peel it and you eat it, and it is amazing. It's sweet. It's got those nice. It's like fresh. The juices pop out at you. And so what we're going to add to this, and this is really sort of the pièce de résistance. We're going to add some fresh corn, about 2 ears of corn, depending on how large they are. About 2 ears of corn. And you know what? We're going to just add this like this, okay? And so what you do is you slice off the bottom, slice off the top, and then just slice along the meridian here. Okay. Okay. Oop. Now it is a little messy though, but most things in life that are fun are a little messy. So we're just going to mix that up. Okay. Grab our serving bowl. Serve it up. Look at that. And this is very filling. Bianca typically half a bowl. She's good for the night. Okay, maybe a little dessert. Okay. Grab our spoon here. Look at that. See the corn? We've got the corn coming out. We've got that cilantro. Avocado. Wow. It surprises me every time I eat it because it's so good. It's so simple. 10 minutes, 8 minutes, in and out, you're done. Your family's going to love it. You're going to love it. That's all we got. We're going to see you next time. Have a great summer. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy being out of the kitchen. Eat that raw, delicious food. Get some good corn. See you next time.
Well, that's all we got for this show. We'll see you next time here on Conscious Living.
And if you don't bring your cell phone, okay, I can just keep rolling. Sorry, I was just lost. Okay.